Everybody, this is Tracy here with another edition of A View from Tracy's Point, and today we are going to do a review of the movie Strange Love, which stars and was actually funded by comedian Kountry Wayne. The movie debuted on Amazon Prime back on Valentine's Day, or it may have been the day after Valentine's Day. But I was really excited about watching the movie because I am a huge Kountry Wayne fan. Watching his skits, I will actually go see him in concert when he comes here in May. Looking forward to that. And you know, I'm really a big fan because I don't even go to comedy shows. So this would be like the second or third comedy concert that I have attended in my lifetime. Okay, so y'all know Kountry Wayne is near and dear to my heart to get me to go somewhere and watch a comedy show. So the movie, you know, was on Amazon Prime. So I told my daughter, because she has the Amazon Prime account, I was like, hey, I want to watch this movie, Strange Love by Kountry Wayne. Can you please come and set this thing up on my TV so that I can watch it? And so she kept putting it off. So several days passed and we finally get ready to hook the thing up, right? To get everything moved over, only to find out that it wasn't free on her Amazon Prime subscription. We actually had to pay for it. Then we got into this big debate about whether we were going to rent it or we were going to buy it. And so I told her, I said, well, with the rental, it's like 48 hours you have to watch the entire, or 48 hours after you start watching and watch so much of a movie. You only get 48 hours after that to finish it. And I said, well, I want to do a recap video of the movie, so I need to buy it. So she was like, okay. So then she left and was gone for like the weekend. Okay. So then I said, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead, buy this thing, watch it on my computer. And when she ever makes it back home, then, you know, we can watch it on the television. But in the event, I really enjoyed the movie. But before I get into my recap, I am going to read this article that was on your web that talked about a film festival, and it really gives like a recap of the movie so that I don't have to be trying to remember stuff that happened that I want to talk about. So in any event, this was an article that came out before the movie was actually released, and it says that the 2023 Pan-African Film Arts Festival today announced Strange Love as its centerpiece gala selection. The premiere is set to take place Wednesday, February 15th at 7 o'clock p.m. at the Cinemark Baldwin Hills, and XD then talks about tickets going on sale. And so if that actually took place, which I believe it did, then kudos to Kountry Wayne. And the movie was actually, a couple of days ago, it was number 15 on Amazon Prime new releases, and it may have gone up since then. So people are supporting Wayne and checking out the flick. So the article goes on to say Dwayne Kountry Wayne Coley, in his first leading man role, stars as Deshaun Green, a sex-deprived husband married to Megan, which was played by Marquetta Goings from the movie Woke, and Megan works as a phone sex operator against Deshaun's wishes, pleasing her male callers with her erotic talk, but leaving her man sexually starved. And I thought that was so dang on interesting, right? But it really set the stage for what actually happens in the movie. And so it says Deshaun and Megan are living in a cramped, crappy apartment next to noisy neighbors. Megan uses her current dilapidated living conditions as an excuse to withhold sexual favors. She refuses to have sex until their living situation improves. And so a call to his friend Chip, which is played by Michael Anthony, who goes by the name of Mike Bless. And you guys might know Mike Bless. I was first introduced to him on the show that comes on OWN called Ready for Love with Steve Harvey's nephew Tommy. And he was one of the final couples. If you're not familiar with that setup, they start out with over 20 people, equally men and women, and they date each other, and then they kind of narrow it down to like 3 couples that really have a chance. And Mike won our hearts, okay, and we thought him and the chick that he had then chose would be married and having babies by now, but after the show it didn't work out. And then I later learned that a lot of those people that appear on these shows like Ready to Love, Put a Ring on It, and some of the other shows that appear on the OWN network and probably some other networks, that these are people that are actually trying to get into the movie industry. They want to get out there and get recognized as being good actors, and I guess going on these shows and putting on the show helps them improve their resume. And so Mike Bless, like I said, he was a fan favorite. If he is half of the person he personifies in the Country Wayne skits and in these movies, then he is really an amazing man. He just has a personality that people gravitate to. And so he also played in Raising Dion. I don't think I watched that movie, but anyway, their friendship leads to an introduction to a shady cousin lawyer named Raymond Talbot, which is played by Carl Anthony Payne. And he also, Carl, you guys know from the Martin show as Cole, and he actually produced the movie. And so, desperate to save their marriage, Deshaun and Megan buy a too good to be true house, only to find out that the house is haunted. Now, let me ask y'all a question. If you go to a realtor, right, and he shows you this beautiful mini McMansion, okay, in a gated community, gated property, and he tells you that that property is only like $10,000, are you actually going to buy it, or are you going to be like, well, what's up with this property, okay? So Cole was running game on these people, but they fell for it. They were desperate to get out of this apartment, so they bought the house, okay? And it was so funny because Lord Jesus, Country Wayne was in there with about 10 credit cards, right? So they bought the house on credit card. So I was like, okay, so that's what we doing right now. So anyway, they buy this house and they get their friends to help them move into it. So the black love story gets creepy, okay, when Deshaun gives in to the pleasures of Candace the ghost, played by Erica Pinkett. And so if you guys watch the Country Wayne skits, then you know who Erica is. And actually everybody on those skits, I believe everybody, their characters are actually their real first name. They might give a fake last name, but if you're Erica on the show, then your real name is Erica. So her name is Erica Pinkett. And I'm actually going to do a video about this series that's going on now involving Wayne, Erica, and this other character by the name of Sarah, because it was just really, really interesting to me. So anyway, it also stars Miss Juicy from Little Women of Atlanta, okay? And so there are these ghosts that's in the house, and that's why nobody stays in the house for too long, is because the house is haunted. And so the ghosts are Erica and Miss Juicy, right? And they, it's weird because some people can see the ghosts and other people can't see the ghosts, which kind of gives it that twist in between. And so once they realize that the house is haunted, then they go out and they try to find somebody to de-hunt the house. So without giving away the entire plot of the movie, I will add that when they arrive to the house, like the things that were funny in the movie to me, when they arrive to the house, there's this little boy named Timmy, I believe his name, Timmy or Tommy, who's basically trying to warn them that, hey, you don't want to stay in this house. All these people have tried to live in this house and you better leave, like let them know that there's some ghosts in the house. And I couldn't remember or figure out, and it never came out in the movie, whether or not Timmy was real or not, because I was thinking Timmy was a ghost. Okay, so if you watched it, did you think that the little white boy was a ghost or not? So anyway, they get into the house, weird things are happening, stuff is moving, like the wife would put something in one place and then it would move or be gone. So, your typical ghost story movie, things that are happening in a haunted house. That was taking place. So finally it was funny when the moving people came and he had gotten these cheap movers, and then when they got there, these people wanted their money, right? So they finally, decide to pay the people. They unload the vehicle, and it was just like really weird. And a guy commented on the movie, and I responded to the comment on Facebook, and it turned out that he was actually the actor who played one of the movers in the movie. So he did a good job. But in any event, they get in the house, and then all of a sudden they realize, okay, something ain't right up in this house. So they haul tail, right? They're like, So when Wayne finally gets with Erica, okay, who turns out to be the friendly ghost, right? Like Erica, she's walking around in lingerie and, negligees and all of this stuff. She's cooking, she's cleaning, she's taking care of Wayne. And if you watch the Country Wayne skits, Erica on the skits she has like a mannerism about her that makes it come across as she's either hiding a pregnancy or she's very insecure about her body. And so it was very shocking to see her in this movie half naked, right, with the lingerie on and stuff, because she either has her arm across her stomach all the time, or she's wearing jackets or large clothing, and she just always wrapped around like she's wrapped tight, like she's insecure about her body. So it was interesting seeing her in this movie, dressed the way that she was. And so while Erica's character is taking care of, I shouldn't say Erica, Candace's character is taking care of Wayne, then the character that's played by Miss Juicy is taking care of Mike Bless, right? So they, like I said, they're the only ones that can see these characters in this movie. So finally the wife, which starts the whole thing, because like I said, as the article said that I read to you guys, she is a sex worker, and she's literally going into another room in the house to do her sex calls and her sex videos and stuff, while her husband is laying on the sofa trying to sleep, or upstairs. So he's like manifesting this ghost because he's so sex deprived in their relationship. And then what else? Because I don't want to give the whole movie away, but those are like some of the interesting things that happen. And I won't tell you the ending, because the ending, for me, the ending is what kind of wrapped it up and brought everything around and made it so funny. But, just like I said, a fun romantic comedy horror flick that really wasn't that scary, so you don't have to be worrying about, blood and guts and all of that spilling. But it was just a really, really cute movie. So I'm going to stop there and just say that Strange Love is executive produced and financed by Country Wayne's Entertainment, and I think his company is called Country Wayne Entertainment. Yeah, I think that's the name, Country Wayne Entertainment, in partnership with Smallwood's Megamind Media, where they've joined forces to create Laughing to the Bank LLC as their joint venture company. Dante Lee and Jermaine Smith also serve as executive producers for Laughing to the Bank LLC. This is my thoughts on this show. Would I have gone to the movies to see it? Probably. Well, I don't really go to the movies that often. not a big fan of movie theaters, especially since we had an incident here where a guy, well, actually it was two incidents. I think one was in Las Vegas where the guy went in and shot up the movie theater. Then right after that, we had an incident here where I live at where a guy shot somebody in the movie theater. And so I just think it's creepy to be sitting in a room in the dark with people you don't know, random strangers watching a movie that's too doggone loud. People get to fighting and carrying on in the movie theater. So I'm like, okay, I'll wait for it to come out on video. And now that we have, all these apps and everything where you can watch the movie the same time they come out, on, at home in the comfort of your home, I watch a little more movies. So do I think people going to the theater to watch this, would be happy, feel that they got their money's worth? I would say yes. And if I had to compare the movie to movie productions in our current era, on a scale of 1 to 5, I would give it like a 4.5 or a 5. I think the movie was really well done. I thought the acting was good. It's like just a funny romantic comedy horror film. Okay, there's not a lot of horror, but you're dealing with ghosts and everything, but they're friendly ghosts. Okay, they're friendly ghosts, they're freaky ghosts, and in the end, the ghosts, the twist to the whole movie I thought was really funny. And I think that, Dwayne Coley, Country Wayne, I think he is on to something, and he can definitely give Tyler Perry a run for his money, because of all the Tyler Perry movies that I have watched, I don't like them all. Okay, I like his more serious movie. I don't really like the the comedy type things. But if I had to put this movie side by side with something that the majority of the public is familiar with and really enjoys, I would have to compare it to the Tyler Perry movies that are out there. And for that reason, I think that Country Wayne is about to blow up. He's already doing great with the skits that he does on social media. They start on, I used to watch them on Instagram, but then something happened between him and Instagram and he moved over to YouTube. But then he also shows them first on Facebook, and all you have to do is look up Country Wayne skits. But he has gone from skits that are just about him and his kids, and he brings in different people like Rolanda Rochelle. She's a real popular character. The sons have their girlfriends. There was a girl, Blake, who's actually a rapper. So people are really getting opportunities through these Country Wayne skits, and I think that is a wonderful thing. And they have expanded the skits. So like Mike Bless, he has his own line of skits that he's doing, and his skits are really, really, really good. They deal with real serious subjects. Wayne is still, on the comedy thing, relationships. He can't keep a woman, raising his kids, and kids are, into the whole acting thing. And now that he's on the road, doing his tours and stuff, you don't lose the skits. The skits get to keep going because he has all these different players in the game, and he's introducing new actors and actresses, and everybody is doing their thing. It's not all about this one-dimensional focus on the skits. You get a variety. If you don't like one skit, one line of thinking, then there's other skits that you can follow. And so now with him coming out with this movie, and the movie being his first movie and being as well done as it was, and it was entertaining, I think it is a great thing. And then I wanted to read some of the comments that were left on Amazon about the movie. There was something weird going on with the reviews, because when I watched the movie on, I believe it was February 16th when I finally watched it, and I left a review, but it took like a week for the review to appear. And then I was checking back, and I was like, I cannot believe that Country Wayne put a movie out and nobody's leaving reviews. Like, this is so crazy. And then finally, after a couple of days, there was about 5 reviews that were posted. And so I was like, okay. And then the next day when I checked to see if my review had posted, they had removed all the written reviews, and it was just, the star reviews that were out there, or the star ratings. And so I kept checking back, and then eventually my review was posted, and then they put the other reviews back. So let me see. I am going to read some of these to you guys if I can get them to come up correctly. So here's a 5-star review. It says, "Hey, Country Wayne and friends, Tuesday, February 14th, 2023, Valentine's Day. We love a good jaw dropper plot or twist in a movie, which is what we got. Country Wayne featured a lot of professional actors and actresses in his first movie. We could honestly say it was entertaining and funny. Wow, the surprising end. When will part 2 be ready? For this to be your first movie, we all agree that you did a wonderful job. Perfection is on the way. Sincerely, fans for life." And then somebody posted, "The first of many. Congrats to Country Wayne and the team on getting his first movie out. While the previews gave me a pretty good idea about what to expect, I will admit that I didn't expect Country Wayne's first movie to be a horror comedy film. All in all, the quality was great, the acting was superb, and the humor was light. Country Wayne has an all-star team, so now that he has the blueprint, it's only up from here." And then La Vilada wrote, "Strange Love is comical, and with all the characters you have grown to admire through movies and other satire. You will like it because of the actors and because it is not too far off from Country Wayne Entertainment on YouTube. Watch it, you'll like it." And then Lori Robinson wrote, "Been a Country Wayne fan since the beginning, so excited for him and the Country Wayne family. I enjoyed the movie, and it was so nice to see Hattie Mae from the Tyler Perry movies. Keep up the great work." And Hattie Mae appears at the end, and she knocks it out of the ballpark. Okay. So here is a 4-star review. It says, "Good movie. It was some of my favorite people from the skits. I enjoyed it. It was very comical. It wasn't hard to follow, but it was a little silly, which made it fun." So let me see if I can find any that wasn't, because we want to be balanced, fair and balanced over here. See if we can find some that's not just, I like Country Wayne and watched it because it was Country Wayne. Okay. Great storyline, and Erica, Marquita, and Wayne played their roles perfectly. Mike was hilarious as well. We need a sequel. And let's see. Okay, here's one that was critical. It says, "Christians, you probably don't want to watch this." It says, "This was super shocking coming from Wayne. You decided to play with demons. I'm shocked. I wish I could get the time back I wasted on this movie. Beware, if you are a follower of Jesus Christ, please do not watch this." Now, they didn't say whether or not they liked the movie. I don't know. Let's see. Is that the most critical review that they have here? Okay, here's a 3-star. It says, "The characters played their parts well. I really like Country Wayne and watch the skits on Facebook all the time, but I gave it 3 stars because I felt like some of the scenes did not represent Jesus. Jesus, which is what Country Wayne is all about. There was other methods of trying to get the evil out, but it could be a moment of witness and cast them out through the name of Jesus." Child, what are these people out here being religious with their comments, okay? And then it was funny, Rolanda. Rolanda was only in the movie for 2 scenes, and oh my gosh, she was hilarious. She was supposed to have been casting out the demons, but the demons ended up casting her out the place, okay? So here's another 3-star that says, "Disappointed, bad acting and storyline fail. It says, I'm a huge fan of Country Wayne, which is why I didn't hesitate to view this. I definitely wanted to support him, even paid for the HD version, but I hate to say it, it was kind of disappointing. It sucked. I don't know where to start. I watched his skits on social media and he does an amazing job on those, but for the bigger screen, he needs acting training. All I can say is corny acting, corny storyline, and a waste of my $9. Stick to the skits and invest in some acting classes as soon as possible. Wow. Okay, that was a critical review. So, if any of you have watched the movie, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Did you like the movie? Did you not like the movie? Do you think that Country Wayne has promise? Do you think he will be nipping at the heels of Mr. Tyler Perry when it comes to, even not even the movie part of it, but I think that some of the skits could actually be expanded. Like if they were to expand the skits, get some better writers in there, because there's a lot of, we were talking about this today on the skits with Sarah and her boyfriend. And if you don't watch the Country Wayne skits, you have no idea what I'm talking about. And if you don't watch them, then you need to get over, just Google Country Wayne here on YouTube. He's King Country Wayne on Facebook, and get caught up on some of these skits. But we were talking about the skits with Sarah and her boyfriend, and how they are just constantly repeating the same lines over and over. And so in that case, like, the storyline itself could be much better. It could be a strong story if they get some writers in there. And so I don't know if the actors and the actresses actually write the skits themselves, or if there's somebody coming in, giving them skits to write. But in any event, I think that Country Wayne is just giving people opportunities that they normally would not get to pursue their dreams as actors, as screenwriters, as producers, as filmmakers, that you can't deny that. And so I just want to know you guys' opinion on, do you think that he could possibly turn some of these skits into actual TV shows, like a series, like a 30-minute series or something that could be sold on television or sold to one of these streaming apps? Or do you think that the skits are just very limited and that they will never be more than that? I believe that they can, if they get the right people in place. Because I tell people all the time, I watch Tyler Perry's Sisters, and I'm just amazed that he has been able to rewrite the same episode over 100 times. Because I'm like, why every time I watch Sisters is it the same thing? It's the same episode 100 times. I feel like I'm caught in Groundhog's Day, and that's sort of how the skits with Sarah are. But like I said, I am going to start talking about these skits here on my channel, because they had started an after show with one of the actresses named Ernestine, and I was kind of enjoying the little after show that they were doing. And I had some pointers for her, like, girl, don't be letting the people get on there and talk for hours. Give them 2 minutes, have a counter up there, let that counter count down for 2 minutes, and then hang up on them. Tell them you got to go. Have like a siren that goes off when they get to like the last 10 seconds, and then just disconnect the call when the time runs out. But she only did about 3 or 4 episodes, and then we haven't seen or heard from her, nor have she done her skits with the guy who plays her husband. So not sure what's going on with Ernestine. And I know that a lot of these people are pursuing other projects, like Rolanda has appeared on Chicago Med, I believe it was. She's been on a couple of other shows. I've seen her in some Christmas movies. So these people are definitely doing their thing, and I'm just happy for them, and I just want to support, Black talent. And hey, it is what it is. But I did enjoy the movie, and I do see great things for Country Wayne and the rest of his crew. moving forward in the future. So guys, go ahead, leave your comments below. Let me know if you watched the movie, if you plan on watching the movie, and let me know what your thoughts were if you have watched it. And let me know what you think about the skits. Do you watch the Country Wayne skits? So that's it. Go ahead, leave your comments, rate the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And until the next time, I shall talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.